My name is Lori Lightfoot, and I'm from Chicago. Quite clearly, the biggest concern on voters' minds is public safety, public safety, public safety, which is why this is an issue that I work on every single day, 7 days a week. And so I'm not going to be satisfied as mayor until we're the safest big city in the country. How do we get there? I think we continue our unending focus on taking illegal guns off the street. At the end of 2022, the Chicago Police Department set another record, seizing 12,200 illegal guns off the street. Again, we're going to lead New York and LA combined. And that is really a testament to how many illegal guns pour over the border into Chicago from other states like Indiana. We've got to be absolutely relentless in stopping gun trafficking. But we've got to continue to lean into our partnerships with the federal partners, particularly the ATF, as well as the U.S. Attorney's Office, to really be proactive in striking hard but fair blows against gun traffickers. The men and women of the Chicago Police Department are working hard every single day to make sure that these dangerous people who wreak havoc in our neighborhoods are not only identified, they are arrested and brought to justice. But we need the Cook County courts to uphold its end of the bargain. The criminal justice ecosystem depends on each part being strong and vibrant. And the courts and the judges and the prosecutorial decisions absolutely play a critical role as to whether or not our streets are safe. But we also know that we can't just arrest our way out of this problem. Many of these problems are decades in the making. The root cause is generational poverty. And that's why we have also been making sure that we're making key strategic investments in people and places to build up those neighborhoods and families where we see young men growing up and feeling like they have no other destiny than to be part of the illegal drug trade, to be part of a gang, and that their destiny is to be on somebody's corner spot or to go to jail. So we all have a vested interest in making sure that we are showing these young men a different reality, a different opportunity than being involved in criminal activity that leads to violence. Well, first of all, I'm already the mayor, and I think it's important that people recognize that through all of these challenges that we've experienced over the last couple of years, and there have been many, we have persevered because we have hope. I've seen it everywhere that I go, in the faces of children, in the faces of elders. We have laid a great foundation to make equity and inclusion real in our lifetime, and we need to finish the work that we have started. So our dog is Hank, and he'll be 7 years old in May of this year. He's still a madman. He acts like a puppy. We love him dearly. He's a golden doodle. I have a daughter who's a high school freshman. She's now a member of the basketball team. So her mom and I travel all over to watch her games. And yes, I do work the refs. Can't help myself. But we try to have a lot of private time together as a family because these days are precious, and we know that. Stress goes with the job. I think everybody recognizes that. When I have downtime, I'd like to do a couple of things. Certainly my guilty pleasure is watching a lot of sports. I'm a huge college basketball fan, both women's and men's, and I love our high school athletes and basketball there. I'm also trying to read as much as I can. I'm a prolific reader of newspapers. I usually get up around 6 o'clock and I try to read 2 or 3 newspapers in the morning before my feet hit the ground and the day gets started. Don't tell my wife, but I love Italian beef. Hot, dipped, extra provolone. And of course, a side of fries and a drink. That's a hard one for me to answer because I think about, for example, a place like Uptown that is probably one of the most diverse in every conceivable way. Got great restaurants, great music, people from all over the world. Uptown, I think, is an underrated gem in the city of Chicago. I also really enjoy being in Roseland. Tough neighborhood, but the people are so strong and resilient and really committed I also got to give a shout out to folks on the West Side, virtually any neighborhood over there. They love being West Siders. They're committed to each other. They work well across different neighborhoods. I'll also say Pilsen and Little Village are also great, great neighborhoods. Very different. Even though they're so closely situated to each other. Lots of really interesting and dynamic things going on there, and lots of what I'll call freedom fighters, warriors, who are really out there doing everything that they can to make sure, in particular, that the immigrant and migrant experience is celebrated and supported. So that's a tough one for me to answer because there's so many great neighborhoods across our city. Great story in every one of these neighborhoods. Really enjoy and embrace the city. This is a great dynamic city. From top to bottom, east to west, in any season, there are really, really fun and interesting things to do. Obviously, people know about our great sports teams, our restaurants, our arts and culture, but also embrace the history of Chicago, because there's great history in every neighborhood, and not just history on a local level. There are things that have happened in Chicago that have set the national scene. For example, I was down in Pullman celebrating our new National Historical Park, and this is where the birth of the National Labor Union really got started. So Chicago is just rich in history, but all the other amenities that make us a world-class city. I like the pan. Oh, sucks. I'm pretty partial, and I still call it the Sears Tower. Well, I take the blue line because it comes right near my house, but I like the brown line a lot too. Oh God, no. That's an abomination. No, 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 never, never, never. They were a great city. They were a great city of stories, great city of neighborhoods, great city of incredible, resilient, tough, gritty, but a city of residents that have big, big hearts.